want you to tell me, when was the last time you got up in the morning and went, bah! Anybody here raise sheep? Not the funnest animals to deal with. What do you know about sheep? I mean, honestly, tell me, what do you know about sheep?
They're in flocks.
They gather together in flocks. What?
They smell bad.
They smell bad.
They provide us with wool.
They provide us with wool if somebody's willing to do the work to take it off of them.
Yeah.
What color are they?
White or black?
White, black,
Whatever color they're colored.
or whatever color God colors them, right? Okay. What else do you know about sheep?
Noisy.
They're noisy.
They go bad.
They go bad. All of those things. Jesus calls you sheep today. That's not one of our favorite titles. There's a lot of ways we would love to describe ourselves, but being an animal that works in a flock needs to be taken care of, directed to food and water, is not an identity that we take very willingly, is it? Because most of us have a heritage that we take care of ourselves, and with hard work we can accomplish this, and I can earn this, and I can do this. And today Jesus sets us down and says, you're a sheep. I don't care what you accomplish. You're a sheep. And I am either the gate that takes care of you, the fence that takes care of you, a gate that opens up, tells you when to come and go, or I'm the shepherd, you know my voice. Did you know in Jesus' time, all the sheep from all the shepherds, when they went into a safe place that was fenced, they all went in there. And then the shepherd would come up, each shepherd would come up, open the gate, and call their sheep by name. And only probably his sheep would come out, because they knew their shepherd's voice and which one they were to follow. And all the rest would stay in there until the next shepherd came up and called his sheep out to go out into the pasture. And I love the 23rd Psalm. It's something that we read so often. It's in your bulletin if you have it there in front of you. But it's something we read so often, and it's one of those things like favorite hymns, you kind of quit listening to it. Oh yeah, I know that one. And then you don't pay attention anymore. I love the first sentence. The Lord is my shepherd. You know what that basically says? It's me saying, I'm a sheep. And I don't need anything. I lack nothing. But Lord, I would love to have this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And God comes back and says, yeah, but you have what you need. What you need for a full life. You have one wild and wonderful life to have. How are you living it as God's sheep? How do you go out into the pastures and attack those pastures? Those green pastures that have that appropriate mix of sweet and not so sweet grasses, of the nice balance. I mean, personally, I would love a whole pasture of sweetness. But then I probably have a tummy ache. And God knows I need that balanced diet for a full life. Did you know that sheep cannot drink water from moving water? If a river or stream is going, sheep won't drink from it. I don't know if it's because their nostrils are so close to their mouths, they probably would drown. I don't know. but it's been they do not drink from moving water. So when it says, he leads me beside quiet waters or still waters, that's the only kind of water the sheep can drink from. Did you know we were that picky? Oh yeah. Some of you are honest. You actually said yes. And God gives us what we need, even to still waters. He refreshes my soul. Why does your soul need refreshing? I don't know what you guys do during the week, but my soul gets a workout. I have a world that's yanking on it and telling it what it should do and shouldn't do, and I am confused, and I am tired, and I do ministry, and sometimes it feels like I'm talking to the wall, and other times it feels like I'm talking to more people than I can take care of, and other times I just don't want to talk to anybody, and my soul gets tired. And I don't know if I can keep doing what God has called me to do. And I bet your life is the same way. Taking care of family, yourselves, whatever life is for you, we all have responsibilities. And sometimes we just get tired. We need refreshing. We need to be told, you are loved. You are valued. God is here taking care of you. Sit down, take a rest, enjoy the still waters, Jane. Take a break. Because you're worth it. You are worthy of that. Your soul needs refreshing. Take care of it. Because the world won't. You are more vulnerable to the world the more tired you are. The more hopeless you feel. The more hopeless you feel. Refresh your soul. You refresh your computer page, your phones, everything else in the world. Refresh yourself in the presence of God. He guides me along the right paths. Have you ever looked back on your life and thought about the path you took in life? Has there been a few times where you've wandered just a little ways and looking back you go, what was I thinking? It seemed like a good idea at the time, but looking back, I'm so lucky I survived that. We don't always make the best choices, do we? We are sheep. We make poor choices. And we thank God for his rod and his staff. They are actually a comfort to me. Something that can hit me in the nose and get me back on the right path. Something to help me to remember that I don't make the best choices and somebody else knows better. I would always go to my favorite place to eat all the time, but God knows I have to go to some other places and travel on and move about. Because God is God, and I'm not. Thank heaven. Thank heavens. We're always moving, according to the 23rd Psalm, and sometimes we're going through the valley of the shadow of death. We're going through those times that are kind of dark, when we've actually faced death, when someone we love has dealt with death, when we've gotten some diagnosis we can't deal with, when we've lost a job, when a relationship has broken. There's so many things that bring in clouds and block off the sunshine of God's love to us, and we can just feel like that it's no hope, it's no help. But our shepherd is with us the whole way, kind of going, okay, Diane, keep moving. You don't have to stay here. You can be sad here for a little while, but I want you to know there is life beyond this place. This congregation has to deal with that. You've had some dark times, right? Some scary times in the past. And right now we talked about sometimes we have the shape of an S, and wherever there's a curve, things are kind of chaotic. And we're kind of in the middle of that right now. And when things are chaotic, they can seem pretty dark and scary. I mean, we like it when things are laid out nice and clean and organized. Shepherd doesn't always tell us his plans, so sometimes he gets behind us and says, "Go! Go!" And we're going, "Where are we going?" And he says, "Trust me. Didn't I make sure that you were fed yesterday? Didn't I make sure you had still waters yesterday? You'll have them again. Trust me. But you gotta go! You gotta move. You gotta move on to other pastures. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." Anybody here like to eat? If you don't, I think you're in the wrong group. Just saying. We all love to eat. But what I love about that part of the verse is God will take care of me, nurture me, strengthen me. But he doesn't say all your enemies will go away, or there won't be any problems or struggles. But you will have what you need dealing with them. One of my mom's favorite verses is from 1 Corinthians, where it talks about, I will give you what you need to deal with your hardship. And we twist it around and say God won't give you any more than you can handle. If you want to upset a pastor, just say that verse to them that way, because that's not what it says at all. What God says in that, Paul reminds us, is when you have a struggle, God will supply the answer to it. And it doesn't mean to you alone. It will be to your community that you have to deal with that issue. So you as a herd, a flock of sheep, God will supply the answer. Not something you have to do by yourself. All the by yourself stuff, Jesus did on the cross. You don't have to do the by yourself stuff anymore. We do it together. We feast. The table's set for us. We feast in front of a world. Right now I wish there were no walls here, so we could look out into the world and see this whole world that looks at us and says, "What are you doing on a Sunday afternoon? That's so beautiful, and you're inside." We're praising God. And they can be against us in whatever they want, but we can say, look what he has prepared for us. He gave himself. Everything we need is at this table. That's why we're here on this Sunday afternoon. Because of what Jesus did. The world is telling you constantly to do things. Every day, I want you to pull out your Bible and look up Psalm 23 and look at everything that God does for you. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along paths. Even though I walk in the darkest valley, there I go again, going off the path. I will fear no evil, for God, you are with me. He is with us. He prepares a table before us in the presence of our enemies. He anoints my head with oil. He keeps the bugs away. That's what oil does for a sheep. My cup overflows. I love that picture. A cup reminds me of how little I really need. And yet it's overflowing. God has given me more than I need. There's a lot of things I want, but my cup of what I really need is full and overflowing. And because of what God has done for us, I will walk and be in the house of the Lord forever. Only God gets to use forever. Because for God, He's the only one who knows what that means. You're a sheep. It's not, I wouldn't recommend that you sign your Christmas card that way. Diane, the sheep. But maybe we should. To remind ourselves that we have a shepherd because we need one. And that because of what He has done for us, we have life that is full and abundant. Thanks be to God. Amen.